Hey everybody, this is Charlie Musselwhite, and you're listening to Athena After Dark.
Right,
I
don't
ain't
maximize
lying.
it too good.
Thank you, baby.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Athena After Dark. Oh my goodness, what a great week it's been here at Vagabond Chopper. I hope you all had a wonderful week. I know we did. It's been quite eventful, quite grateful for a lot of things. I'm so glad everybody's here, tuned in. Thanks for watching. Last week, as hopefully many of you read the announcement that went out, we had a helicopter crash, which was unfortunate because one of our first responders was killed. However, it did take out the internet, so we couldn't broadcast. Our condolences go out to his family, his coworkers, and all of those folks um, for their loss, for sure. Okay, well, here we are. We're ready for the smoke out. So Don is in the back working. He's not producing tonight because of the sheer fact that, well, he's working, trying to get the customers out so we can leave tomorrow because we are going to the smoke out. I'm so excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and talk about some events that are coming up because you guys know I like to promote all the upcoming things. So let's see if I can push all the buttons and do this. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I like that button. Do I like buttons? Uh-oh, that didn't work out for me. Okay, let's try again. All right, everybody knows cross country chase. They're getting ready to go. It's going to be fun and exciting. So if you're anywhere there, they get a chance to stop and you get to go and meet the riders, please do. You can find that on motorcyclecannonball.com. And after that, of course, there it is. Smoke Out, Salisbury, September 7th through 10th. You see next to it is the poster. I am an invited builder. I look forward to seeing everybody. Come out to the Rowan County Fairgrounds. It will be a phenomenal time, I promise. And then after that, the weekend following, my daughter and I will be in Brooklyn for the Indian Larry block party. So Indian Larry motorcycles. We're going to go and see Bobby and everybody that goes to that wonderful. It is a block party, hundreds and hundreds of people. So, and the proceeds go for a great charity. Things going on, happening. Buy a VIP ticket if you can. Hey Boots, I see you out there. Okay, then after that is Biketoberfest. And if there's any reason to be in Daytona when motorcycles are involved, you know it's Willie's Chopper time. So the Old School Chopper Show, October 19th, 2023, it will be 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I will be there. All the proceeds benefit the Veteran Support Fund. All right, so I'll see you at Tropical Tattoo in Daytona for sure for Biketoberfest. I'm bringing that up. Miss Maggie's Southern Country Inn. This is a bed and breakfast. Usually during the motorcycle rallies, she's booked up. However, even off season, if you want to go and have a great place to stay, you have to go see Miss Maggie. It is fantastic. Miss Maggie's Southern Country Inn. That's where we'll be this Biketoberfest. So we might have a little to do and let everybody come out and see the place. I think that'd be a great idea. Okay, and then after that, for all of you people who get on boats, I'm a biker chick. I get seasick just watching them at the dock. However, a lot of our friends are going to be on the High Seas Rally. So it's all-inclusive cruise. You can win a custom bike, have a good time, rub elbows with people, and have fun. It's exciting. So there's that. Thanks to our sponsor, Centurion Techno Research. We appreciate you more than you know. And I'm going to push this button. Yay, there, I made it back. All right. So every week I like to go ahead and do a little segment. We change it up. This week it's 5 good things. So first, from Sioux City, Pamela, she says that she is grateful for meeting Gloria. She was in Milwaukee and got to meet Gloria Struck. I can't even tell you. Thanks to Harley Davidson for celebrating the hero in motorcycling that she is to all of us, especially the women, but to all of us in general. If you've ever talked to her, she's an inspiration. So, all right. And then Susan from Brooksville, Florida. Susan says one of her 5 good things is her motorcycle starts every day. I like that. That's a good thing. Hopefully after it starts, you ride it a really far distance to and from wherever you go and all around in between. That's good for you. All right. And then we have Paula P. It says Seminole County. Okay, she didn't give a city. Paula from Seminole County is great. Is one of her 5 good things is she's going to learn how to ride a motorcycle. Oh, that is so awesome! Very good. Well, send me an email because I can hook you up. Every once in a while, we get, "Hey, Rogue, I see you. I'll see you tomorrow too." Yeah, Harley Davidson is kind enough to allow me to have some uh, rider courses that I'll do contests for and so on and so forth. So if you send me a email with the reason that you want to learn how to ride, I think I'll do that this week. We'll take 3 ladies who want to learn how to ride. Send in your email. Miss Paula, I will put you on my list, but we'll do 3 other ladies too. Send me emails, why you want to learn to ride, what inspired you, and then all your contact information along with a mailing address. And if I pick you, then we'll go ahead and send you some courses. And if I don't, hang tight because we'll have more for sure. All right. And then Joey. Joey V. Oh, I used to have a friend named Joey V. Well, an acquaintance named Joey V. Joey V is from St. Paul, and he says he is looking forward to Daytona this year. All right. Well, that's a good thing. I hope you're saving up your money. We feel fall here. I know that's crazy. I'm actually in long sleeve pajamas because it is under 80 degrees in Florida. So fall is here. You can feel it in the air. It's a little bit of it's a cool breeze instead of a hot, sweaty, muggy breeze. So that's it is what it is. That's Florida, the tropical weather. And our hearts go out to everybody who just went through the hurricane. I can't even pronounce her name. Starts with an I. Ilion, Ali, whatever. Idelia, that's the one. So hearts and prayers go out to you guys. Hope everything is gonna be on the road to quick, speedy, rebuild. It's not easy. We got a big one coming our way, it looks like, according to the National Weather Service. So we keep our fingers crossed that everybody stays safe because it's something that you get here in Florida. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have one more. Franklin. Franklin didn't put a city either, so he didn't even put a county. That's okay. Franklin says one of his 5 good things is his Kickstart. I'll go with that. It doesn't say what it's on, however. Okay, we'll take it. Kickstart. You guys got to start sending me some pictures, and not pictures of your cat and things of that nature. Although those are cool, but motorcycle pictures, like things that inspire you. You and your friends hanging out. We'll give you a shout out. I think Don's got this restream thing going because I figured out the buttons just briefly on what he said to do. So I'm good with that. Okay. So those were 5 good things. Everybody be grateful for your 5 good things. I'm very grateful. Last night, my son was T-boned in an automobile accident, and thank God him and his friend were okay. So we're grateful for that. It's the best possible outcome of a, really shitty situation. So I know it's a bummer about his truck and all that stuff like that, but we love him. We're just glad to have him. So I'll take it. And, make sure that you guys always tell everybody you love each other and, spread the love, spread your sunshine. I like to hear that. Oh, I'm so nervous about freaking smoke out. I don't know about everybody else. I hope you guys are all going to mob the place, like just everybody show up. We have thousands of people there. That'd be nice for sure. There were a lot of people there last year and it was so much fun. So if you're not sure what you're going to do this upcoming weekend, come out to Salisbury, get on your bike and ride. It's going to be fun. I know some of the folks watching will be there. I know Miss Boots and Rubel. I'm excited to see you guys, Cheryl and Mailman. There's so many people that are going to be there. Hachu, Lane, and Rabbit. I want to see the 3 of you too. I'm excited about all that. There's so many. All right. So yeah, I'm nervous. Rosie is ready. I think she's in the gallery this year because she was a featured motorcycle in Cycle Source. However, the photos that were featured were taken quite a bit ago. So I put a lot of miles on her and had a few whoop-de-doos. So I love it. Miss Boots is bringing friends. I think that's so awesome. I think I can show the comments. See, Don was so good. He showed me how to do all this stuff. He's so good to me. All right. I'm so excited about this. Yeah. So we're going to have a good time. If you're not sure what you're doing and you're in the area, come out to Smoke Out. It is a fantastic time. You can find all the information on smokeoutrally.com, and I will see you there. And Rosie's excited. We got her all cleaned up. She looks really good. All right. As everybody knows, I love to get to the guests. So I'm going to show my pictures. I'm going to get them in there. Let's see how we do with this. I think I can manage this. Oh, here we go. Okay. We're going to find out how this works for me. Again, Don's out there working. Okay, this is Hippie Brad. Hippie Brad is a really good friend of mine. He is an amazing person, just a good human being. He is a writer. He's Hippie Brad. So if the term Hippie Brad doesn't strike you, if you know him, you love him, what's not to love, but he is Hippie Brad, and he is an awesome human being. So we met through a good friend, Charlie Bretchel, who is fantastic. He introduced me to a lot of people, like Charlie Musselwhite, who does my intro. How awesome is that? It's just, he's a blues legend, and he did the intro for my show. I adore him. He was my dad in the movie Rough Boys the movie, and I met Hippie Brad through Charlie. Just really good people. Robbie DeFazio, so many people that I've met. It's incredible. Benny Turner. Charlie was a man who was incredible, and I think the next picture is Brad. Oh no, this is Rough Boys the movie. So when we were on set, if you haven't seen the movie, you have to see it. The first movie was Rebel on the Highway, which Hippie Brad was in also. He is awesome. He's a really good actor. He's got some wrestling background and stuff like that. We're going to talk about that because he is too cool. He's in the middle of the mountains too, so we're hoping that the signal is good. I'm alone. Whatever can or will, right? So that's on the scene of Rough Boys, with the Rough Boys had him and John Chope tied to a tree because they were the bad guys working for Woody from the Buffalo Chip. It is an awesome movie. Rebel on the Highway, the first movie, too cool. Charlie Bretchel's dream was to make movies. He had started Bikers Inner Circle long before internet radio and stuff like that. And so he was just fantastic. He had his own stage at the Buffalo Chip. Charlie Bretchel was cool. And a lot of people who know, they know. So Hippie Brad was one of the bad guys in the movie. It's a great movie. You have to see it. Okay, there's him and Charlie right there. Let's see if I can take me out of that one. Hold on. We'll maximize. Yeah, there he is. Him and Charlie. Fantastic friends. They're all just like family. So yeah, he's incredible. He's part of the family. There he is. He's letting you know what he thinks of the world. He's Hippie Brad. He is too cool. And this man he's got character. Not only is he funny and witty and stuff like that, but he's got heart. There's no doubt. The shit that this man has been through, like all of us have been. We've all been through our ups and downs, but there he is. Look at him. He's got the spade. And like he looks surprised, right? I don't think you can ever surprise him. Seriously. He's quite the actor. So that is in Rebel on the Highway. I can already see that. Charlie Musselwhite was also in that movie. Again, Charlie Musselwhite was my dad, Slim, in the movie Rough Boys. I was his daughter, Billy. He owned a motorcycle shop. Go figure. I worked in the motorcycle shop with the kids that I grew up with. Yeah, it's a good movie. So if you can catch it, do. All right, and there he is. He's a stoner, yes. He's got the big old spleef going. That's too funny. And then again, let's tell the world what we think about it. He's awesome. So what I'm going to do now, because I believe I can push these buttons. I'm doing pretty good. Hey, babe, if you're watching out there in the shop, I love you. I got this for a minute. Okay, so we're going to bring Brad in. Let's hope we can hear him. How are you today?
I am well, sister. How are you, man? Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for being here. I know you're out in the middle of the mountains, so it's good we got signal. Okay. All right. So for anybody watching, if the lips don't match the words so much, we're good. We'll sit still. We'll all be cool. We're cool like Fonzie's, right? Like
The internet here runs on.
I love it. I love it. So what have you been up to?
Let's see, putting a bunch of miles on my new road gang. Almost 1,729 days. I love my new road gang. Yeah. A Softail Deluxe is nowhere for a man with a 36 inseam. Let me tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
I love my new.
Yeah, let you stretch out a bit.
I feel like I'm a praying mantis on a roller skate.
There you go.
Now, but did you say something about a smoke out?
Yeah, different kind of smoke out, but yes, a smoke out. There you go. That works. You're in California. You're in California, so it doesn't, that shit's, it is what it is there.
Yes, so, it certainly is.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
So you used to wrestle, right? Am I correct?
Yes,
in that?
Briefly, when I got out of the United States Marine Corps in 1980, I wrestled for about 14 months in Phoenix for a small local promotion.
Well, thank you for your service. I appreciate that. So does everyone.
I don't, go talking about that. I went to the Marine Corps. It's a very simple reason. It was back in the days of we're looking for a few good men, but you're trying to stay out of prison. Here, sign here. I didn't like me. I don't know who my duty was up, me or them. So, I didn't go in the Marine Corps like a voluntary type thing. Yeah, it wasn't a good deal for me all the way around.
That is too funny. So you said maybe you might be considering coaching some wrestling. Did you actually do the whole like throw them over the ropes, bang the metal chair?
Absolutely. You got to realize back when this was happening, I was young and pretty and looked like I was carved out of a pine tree. I was the golden boy. I was the winner. I was the one jumping off the top ropes and flying across the ring at 400-pound Mexicans.
Holy shit.
And now I'm going to be a villain. And of course, here I am in my early 20s. I'm in my early 60s. Quite as spry as I used to be.
Oh, it's okay. Have a cocktail. You'll be good to go.
I got all I need.
You got all you need.
I'll be all right.
Okay, that's cool. You're so good. So, how many times? How many times have you watched the movie?
All the way through 3 times.
My favorite is still the end. I'm not going to give it away, but my favorite is the end. It's priceless.
Yeah. It was good. It was just so much fun. Just the whole day. Charleston, 1990. And we were a little bit, over the years, and then it comes up. He hits me up about Rebel on the Highway. And he's starting to, and fucker. So, yeah, whatever you need, Charlie. And I think what got me to the point where I've ended up being flown all over the country and got to meet all this like you guys, you and Donnie, Barry and Vivian, Vicky and Tony Pan, Kitty and Jimmy. I mean, the list goes on and on. People that I would have never, ever met in my life.
Right.
And it's all because when Charlie asked of me, I was solid in there for him. That's the only reason I'm here. And I think about that, and it's like, wow. We were on a trip one time. We were in Dothan filming. Chucky, shut up. It's my new Dogo puppy over there whining the blues. We had filmed some of the stuff for Rough Boys, and the executive producer walks up to me and tries to hand me $400 bills. I look down. The hell's that for? Oh, to help out with expenses and parking. You can't fucking take that. Somebody's already paid for my airfare. Somebody's already paid for this. Somebody's already. I can't fucking take that. And he looks at me and he goes, "Now I know why Charlie speaks so highly of you."
Right.
So, boys and girls, be solid, be straight up, because you never know what might come of it. That's why I'm here. It's just for being solid for Charlie. You know, he changed my life like nobody I've ever known.
He definitely, he was a, I always told him we had to get him a tattoo, a GMF magnet, because he was a good motherfucker magnet. He put everybody good together. That was his thing. Like, you know,
that was his gift. That was his true gift. He had, putting the right people on the right time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The movie, it was funny because during the movie when we were in Mississippi, I would get up and leave. When I come on the camera, I'd see myself on the camera. I'd get up and leave. I got home. Dawn wanted to watch the movie. We were laying there in bed. Every time I know my part's coming up, I just put the covers over. I can't even watch. It's wretched to see yourself on camera like that. I'm just like, okay, I can sit here and see myself. I don't really go back and watch unless, you know, because I'm here doing it. But sometimes when I watch, it's just like, oh my God, that's that. Oh shit. But it was fun. I mean, it was fun to watch everybody else watching the movie. I love that people were laughing and having a good time.
We all were. But I gotta say, as far as Brad acting, Big G and Dennis took the cake.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Robbie was good too. Robbie was the best little burger joint owner ever. So are you ready for some?
The second trip out there to finish Rough Boys, and you know I'm standing in Barry's shop. And Peter's, you know, go ahead and sit on that $200,000 bike. We'll take a picture. Sure did. Yeah, whatever. You know, Charlie's milling around over by the table there in Barry's shop, and I'm like, Charlie, how the fuck did I end up? He said the coolest thing to me anybody's ever fucking said. He looked up at me and he patted me on the shoulder and he goes, "It's your Hippie Brad, baby." He just fucking walked away.
Oh, listen, I know. He came up to me when I was in one of my first Sturgises, and he came up to me and he said, "Will you do an interview with me?" And I was like, he goes, "I got Bikers Inner Circle," and he asked a couple other people and they were like, "Yeah, I'll get back to you, whatever." And I was like, "Sure, I'll do the interview." And it was him and Randy from Virginia. Damn, I can't even, my brain. I'm burnt out to get to the smoke out, and I won't even be doing the smoke out that you're doing. It's funny. So we're going though. We're super excited about that.
Oh.
You know, it's one of those deals where you do your best. Okay, so I was looking through our the pictures, and I thought that was one of the coolest pictures was with you and Charlie for sure. So, and
the place up here, that was like 2014, 2015. It was real early in the year. That was a Vietnam Vets benefit run I put on every year up at the Bambi Inn, about 25 miles east of Chico up in the mountains. Nice. And I called Charlie up, and this is already after I'd been there for him big time filming Rebel. And how much you want to come up here and play, Charlie? Because local people were acting stupid. I'm like, fuck that. I get Charlie for that much. So I got Charlie to come up and play the benefit that I was putting on for the vets. And I told everybody I was going to get him to play. And everybody looked at me like I had a horn growing out of my head. But when they showed up and there I was like, told you to be here. What the hell?
That is too funny.
We had such a good time, and we all invaded it was like this little lodge hideaway up in the mountains. Well, about a mile down the road was a similar establishment. So I'd already reserved that whole place for me, a couple of club brothers, and the members of the band. So we got done partying at the AM. We went up, and Frankie, his drummer, and I closed the bar that night. I think I still bear the scars. So much fun. That was one of the funnest weekends of my life when Charlie came up here and played for us. I mean, I've had enjoying myself over the years, but that weekend with Charlie up there, most enjoyable weekends of my whole freaking life.
Yeah, he was incredible. There's no doubt about that. I'm grateful because, like I said, I met a lot of people, yourself included, that I'm just changed my life. He changed my life. So, how do you feel about some questions?
About who? What?
Some
How
questions.
do I feel? What? Try again.
Questions.
Sure, let me answer. Okay, I'll answer anything.
Okay.
No shame in my game, Chicky. You know that.
Dogs or cats?
Both. I got 5 dogs.
5 dogs, 2 cats?
Yeah, and I live in a 36-foot wheel.
You do. And the reason you live there is because you lost all your stuff in a fire, in a California wildfire, correct?
It's the first town that burned off the map, November 2018. I lived in Paradise, California, and I lost everything. And I parts of Northern California that catch on fire. I've lived in those areas all my life. And I don't scare real easy, and I don't run too quick. I stayed almost a little too long. I don't know if I've shown you the video. I have the video of about 3 miles of my 11 miles of riding through that fire on my bike, because my girlfriend was in my little Toyota truck. I had 5 dogs in the truck and 3 cat carriers, and I wasn't riding on the roof.
Right.
So I got on my bike and I rode through there. I'm a combat veteran. That was the most frightening day of my life.
I just, even like the folks in Maui that just went through it and everything, it's heartbreaking because you have to get out quick. You can't take anything with you. It's not like here we get hurricanes. Yeah, they will blow your shit away, but you do your best. You have forewarning to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't just light right on fire a mile from your house. So, but
that fire, it lit. The winds were 35 miles an hour sustained, gust to 50.
Right.
It was consumed a minute.
That's so crazy.
So at one point, I go to the south end of town, about 2 miles from my house, to see where the fire's at. I've already heard there's a fire at that end of town down in the Feather River Canyon. Yeah, it's on fire back there. No sooner do I get halfway across town, I realize it has followed me. There was no fire line. The whole town caught on fire at once.
Oh,
there was nothing any
God.
firefighters could do any differently than we did, other than run for your fucking life.
Right, right. Well, I'm glad you guys got out of there. I know a lot of people aren't as lucky.
Again, it comes back to Charlie. I hadn't had the dust settle long enough for me to even call him and tell him I was all right. He'd already had a PayPal going up. I think by that point, he'd already raised me like $2,000.
Right.
From the big, all the people I met doing Rebel. Charlie saved my ass there. Big time. Charlie saved my bacon, man. Immediately.
I wish there's times that I wish when I'm looking for, I'm like, okay, planning my schedule of who my guests are. I think of him all the time. I'm like, he would be a perfect guest. Like he would, because his show was fun. He had fun. He always had fun wherever he went. Okay, so I'm asking the next question. Oh, yeah. I'm asking the next question. You ready? Apples or oranges? Oranges? Okay. Because I know you and I could sit here and talk all night, so I'm going to get through the questions first before we start, because we're going to reminisce here more, I'm sure. Okay. Hotel or camping?
Fifth wheel for 5.
Okay. Slow, fast, or
Not 200
faster?
people dead shows. You know how many nights I've spent in a dome tent?
No, and that's not funny either. I know it's not funny, but I imagine I could get. I see where the Hilton would be a nice change of pace for a steady go. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
My shower and my trailer are so small, if I drop the shampoo, I got to get out to bend over and pick it up.
listen, I grew up like that. My parents were hippies. We lived in a 12-foot travel trailer. My dad towed behind the 1968 Cadillac Fleetwood. It was crazy. I totally get that. I do. Okay, so sunshine or moonshine?
Come on, do I really got to answer that?
Yes. You you can say both. You're allowed to say
All
both.
right.
There you go. Because I know you're hippie Brad. I know the method behind all that. You'll drink some moonshine in the sunshine, right? That's funny.
Well, you know what happened is, I turned 60, and about what have I done?
Oh shit.
And all I could come up with was moonshining. Off I went. It seemed like the right, so branch off into a new illicit activity.
Nice. You did not hear that here, anyone. I swear. He's so funny. He's hilarious. Okay, so what is your absolute favorite song?
Damage Case by Motorhead.
Oh, that's Lemmy. That's right. And that
listen to the lyrics of that song. It's about me.
Okay. All right. I'll go with that. What is your favorite road food?
Road food?
Road food, like when you're on the road.
Oh, Tiger's Milk Bars.
Okay.
The old
Why is
school
that?
peanut butter Tiger's Milk Bar. I don't know. I've been eating the damn thing since I was a little kid. Bought them at the Belt Food store around the corner in Lake Tahoe.
Nice.
So something I'm used to. They're easy on my gut. If you get them to getting like acid reflux or something, being on the bike too long, you eat something that you shouldn't have. Those are always groovy. Keep you going for a while.
Oh, the puppies.
I'm under attack.
I hear it. I love it. Okay. So if you were a cocktail, what would you be?
Double Jack Daniels on the rocks.
Oh, a double Jack Daniels on the rocks. Okay. That's trouble. They call that trouble. RC Cola. That's pretty good stuff. You don't get that everywhere here.
It was so funny when I was in Louisiana and I was at Ty Landry's for a couple days. His wife Brittany assaulted you at that woman. Well, she sees me. I'm sitting in the room. I'm drinking an RC. She says, "Now, hippie darling, we got real soda in the fridge." No, that's what he bought in the store.
Oh
it's like,
my
that's what
God.
I drink all the time.
Ty's a good guy.
I love that dude. I love that dude.
So. He's a good guy.
And I had a little windfall. Nothing to do with the lawsuit from the fire, but another little additional windfall. And he wasn't going to go the second time. And I called him up and I says, check your plane tickets.
Oh, shit.
So I sent him out there that time. And I sponsored that trip just for the sole reason that it wouldn't have been nowhere near as much fun for me if I hadn't had him there with me.
Yeah, he's a good kid. I like Ty a lot. I very much do. I'll get him on the show one of these days.
My little
Nice.
big brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say they probably want to call him tiny because he's so freaking big. Because he's a biggin. I mean, like he's tall.
I'm 6'3". I think he's got to be 6'6", and I know he's about
Yes.
3 bill.
Yeah. He's
I mean, he
there.
stands next to me. I'm 6'3", 220. He makes me look small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, his hands are huge too. He's got
You know
really
how
big
many
hands.
crawfish his mama must have fed him when he was a boy? And I'm going to say that because I know he's listening.
Hi, Ty. If you're watching, we love you. He said it. All right. So now we're going to get into the serious questions.
Him and his buddy Casey down there in Louisiana. That's my family.
Yeah.
Those people are my family. I love them. I love that place.
They're salt of the earth too. That's for real. Definitely. There's no bullshit about that. I have to agree with that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how did you get into motors? Oh wait, let's start at the beginning here. How long? Like I said, me and you could talk all night. How long have you been riding?
Since June of 1978.
Ooh. You're as old as my shovel head. Oh wait, no, you've been riding as long as my shovel head is old. You're older than my shovel head, so am I.
I was already 16 years old in 1978.
That's funny. So, how did you get into motorcycles?
My father that year had shut down the family business, appliance stores in Van Nuys. Shut that down. He'd gone to college to start a second career as a teacher. He didn't have a whole lot of time to even spend with me that summer.
Okay.
Recently retired from the United States Army with Jim Brosman. Had all the time in the world. So sitting in the garage when I got up that summer was this little 400 Honda Hawk. And off I went. Little Hawk lasted about 2 months. I blew that fuck up.
What was the next bike you got after that?
I think my dad was trying to prove a point. At 17, he let me buy an H1. The old 2-stroke, triple.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fast.
I'm lucky I didn't die on that fucking thing. That thing was so stupid fast that thankfully the guy totaled it as it slid out from underneath me in a corner and it hit the guardrail and I hit the guardrail and went over. So it was probably drove 750. It was proof that he wanted me to die. He allowed me to buy that motorcycle at 17 years old. He wanted to kill me. I think he was still pissed about blowing up the Honda.
Yeah, they give you enough rope, just enough rope to hang yourself. That's what they do. That was their generation, our parents. You're just enough rope to hang yourself. And I don't mean that literally. Please, for everybody watching, there's no bullshit. Nothing's worth that for real. It's just a term that old folks use.
Now, towards the end of that summer, my Uncle Jim, who taught me how to ride, I got my chops on the freeways in San Fernando Valley in the 70s.
That's some crazy shit.
Pay attention. You best pay attention. Late summer, he had bought a brand new 1980 GS 1100 Suzuki.
Oh,
it was 3 days old. So I'd ridden Ironhead Sportsters and the damn little Honda and the little crotch rocket till then. He thinks 3 or 4 days old. He hands me the key. Bubba, go to Van Nuys and check my mailbox for me. He was a retired Army captain. That old man knew goddamn good and well what I was going to do with that motorcycle. 140 miles an hour on boulevard streets in San Fernando Valley. I'm back. He looks at me with a smirk and he goes, "Well, how'd you like that?" I'm like, trying to play it off. It's pretty fast, Jim. Handing back the keys. And, and then I pulled it off or fooled him. As I got older, I realized he knew exactly what the fuck was going to go down when he handed me the keys to that damn thing.
Oh, hell yeah, for sure. So, out
And
of
I
all the
still
bikes,
see him. He lives in Marysville. He lives down in
oh, okay.
Marysville now. He's 91.
Oh, God
And
bless his heart.
I happened the other day, and every time I go through Marysville, I make it a point to stop and see him. Because
Yes.
nobody ever thought that he'd be 90 something and I'd be 60 something.
No,
You
you
could have
never do.
bets with that. No,
Yeah. That's good that you make the time. Everybody should, when they think about it, they should just stop and do it if it's available to them. You know what I mean? Because that time is priceless to them. Because as you get older, there's time goes by quicker. It's crazy.
you know what?
And
I know the next. My motorcycle hero is my Uncle Jim. He gave up riding at 78 years old, two wheels. During his lifetime, he amassed close to 600,000 miles, most of that on Germany's autobahns.
nice.
My Uncle Jim was badass. He'd call my dad one time from Virginia. He's pulling in the damn driveway in Reseda. My
That's
Uncle
so.
Jim was a bad man.
So he's your childhood hero and your motorcycle hero.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Yeah,
much. Yeah, I didn't do real good on the dad and stepdad draw things, but I did really bitching on the uncle draw on each side of the family.
that's
My mother
important.
had a very close to, and my father had a brother I was very close to. So it kind of came out of wash for me, is the way I see it.
Right.
Great
So
uncles.
now, out of all the motorcycles that you've ridden, tell me what your favorite motorcycle to ride is. Your most favorite you've ever ridden, and then what's your favorite route that you've ever ridden, or one that you want to ride? Like, what would be your absolute favorite?
Um, I had a 99 Ultra that I turned into a
Okay.
107, 10 and a half, and 5 something cans in it. She was a badass. All my bikes are named after dead songs, and that was Stella Blue.
Okay.
Stella was a bad old bitch. I put
Okay.
170,000 miles on Stella in 12 years.
Nice.
Um, I loved leaving Lake Tahoe at dusk and riding to Las Vegas at night.
Oh,
Across that
that's it.
desert at night.
And all the lights when
Couple,
you get there, you can see them.
try to get a good moon. I mean, to catch a good moon, you'll pay for an extra night hotel.
Okay. Okay. I'll go with that for sure. So then
Now, the worst
what
dad was back from one of those shows. I'd gone down there to see the dead in Santana for 3 days. So I'd been eating acid, mushrooms, and, carrying on. Not eating a lot, just partying like an idiot for 3 days. I'm riding home up through the desert. My brain's on autopilot. This is back when I worked on my own motorcycles. This is the last motorcycle I worked
oh
on.
shit.
I'm flying along, and then it turns into a bang, bang, bang for a second. The back wheel locks up. 70 miles an hour, no helmet. I get pitched out into the desert. I wake up in the sand, laying there with a Nevada highway trooper looking over me. Sir, sir, like, where's my bike? Short version is I didn't break a fucking bone, but where I hit the desert, it looked like a goddamn meteor landed because I landed on the back of my
Right.
shoulders, going, so there's this big trough in the sand where I landed.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't break a bone, but I couldn't move for a week. The
Yeah.
sand absorbed the whole impact. And the trooper told me, he goes, how fast are you going? I go, 70-ish. And he goes, do you know the rate of survival without a helmet at 70 miles an hour is a negative number?
Right. Yeah. Most definitely. That's not a
Oops.
yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah, so
it's
that
not
was when I quit
recommended
working
that
on the motorcycles.
when we get older too, we're not as flexible. We don't bounce as well. Like, when you start out in diapers, you bounce, you can fall off the kitchen table, the chair, not the table. God, please don't put your children up on tables. Shit. But and then as you get older, it's like when you hit about 50, the ground is a long way down there if you don't stay limber, and it's still you don't bounce.
I tell people all the time, when I was young, I was real happy I was born big, tall, and strong. And now every morning, where the fuck are my feet so far away?
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. So next
I
question is,
stretch Armstrong well into my 40s. I poured concrete for a living until I was 52 years old.
okay. So you
So
can
I
lift
managed
heavy
to
things.
a lot, but a lot of it had to do with, I don't know if you noticed, I eat well. I drink a
Yeah, I
shitload of
saw
water
that. I
since
saw
the
that too.
80s. And that's why I still look the way I do, and I can still run dudes 20 years younger than me into the dirt before lunchtime.
Well, and that's
Aftermarket parts, I never still do it.
Don's the same way. His metabolism doesn't quit. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He just goes and goes. Not that I'm complaining in any regard, because he just goes and goes. So I'm happy. I'm a happy girl. Anyways, yeah, that's him. His brain does not turn off. You cannot, once he's fixated on something, that's it. That's the goal. He's goal oriented. Like, let's make it happen.
It is draw. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, unlike women, like, most of us, when we can take a break for a minute, stop, think about it, and go back to it, because otherwise we won't figure it out. We're just wired differently, but it's all good. Okay,
Yep.
so what is your favorite rally?
It would have to be Laughlin, just because the other's uncle lived in Tucson down by Florence,
Okay.
and we would meet every year in Laughlin. So I would get to go do Laughlin with my Uncle Freddie,
Okay.
whose ashes are the ones we put in the time capsule.
The time
when we were in
capsule. Yeah. Yeah. That was an awesome trip too. That was
That was
a
amazing.
really good
I
trip.
come hell or high water, I will be there again next year.
Me
I don't know
too.
how.
And I got it.
I may area, rob a couple 7-Elevens or something.
No, just tell me, and we'll get everybody's Sky Miles together. We'll collect them all and see what we can do. I have to do that sometimes. Sometimes I have to collect the Sky Miles.
Taking a big freaking last big trip of my life out of it. I'm thinking about riding the Road King.
Oh, that would be awesome. And why doesn't have to be can you hear that?
Nope.
Oh, Don's out there. I can hear him. He's got the impact gun going. This poor man, he's usually producing. He's bummed out because he's out there working. We have to leave tomorrow, so it's crazy. Hi, Miss Ivy. I see you. Okay, so shit, I forgot where the hell we are.
My back. I've had surgeries on both my shoulders. I got an artificial knee that I broke. The part that goes up into your femur, I just actually it rattles around inside the bone. That feels really cool. I got one hip
So
that I
you need
fell off the ladder. Didn't let them repair it because they already fucked up a knee. I wasn't gonna let them fuck up the hip too.
So you just have to take like a month to get there. Like ride a day, take a day for a break.
I can make it to Lafayette in 5 days on the Road King. I can do Lafayette.
The more you ride, the more limber
with that
you are.
500 miles a day, I can do with that.
Okay.
I can do 5 a day on the Road King. That Softail Deluxe I had,
No way.
my boom boom at about 2 hours.
I do. I'll do. We just changed the gearing on my shovel head because Don gets mad at me because I break shit. I will literally ride 500 miles in a day. I'll go 250 one way, 250 back, and come back, and I broke a gas tank mount or I broke a battery tray mount because it's just going. So because it's singing. So finally he's like, he did the math for me because he's the mathematician when it comes to all that. And so now I have a bigger tooth sprocket in the front, so I shouldn't sing so much on the highway. But yeah, I need an updated motorcycle that just goes, because I'm that girl. I'll go 500, 700 miles, stop, take a break, get up next day, do the same thing. And then when I get there, I want like a good day to just sleep, and then I'm good for a whole week. I don't need anything else. So we answered the questions. Let's just talk about that. We answered the questions about the childhood hero and the motorcycle hero. So let's just see. What is your most, well, no, I gotta ask. So what's the best experience, the most, let's say that, the most fun experience you've ever had on a motorcycle?
Riding that 101. Yeah, that
Okay.
was real special. That was really special. It only happened just
once.
yeah, just that once where we were all three of us were together, and we were all grown men. We all had livings to earn, and I lived up in Tahoe then, and getting in and out of there in the winter wasn't always real easy. Didn't matter if I had a big old truck or not. It wasn't always feasible for 6 months to get out of there to plan anything during that period of time that says you can get. So yeah, it didn't happen a lot. But yeah, riding up 101 with my dad, I'm getting choked up thinking about it now. That was something really special. It was lighting it up for my son. I buy him this little red Enduro. He sees it on the side of the road. Dad, look at that cool red motorcycle. I freaked him out. I went down and bought it. Well, he went through the neighbor's fence twice. Couldn't get him back on it. Couldn't get him on the back of the bagger. I call my father. Dad, what have I done? I have failed my child. What are you talking about? He's scared of motorcycles. My dad just started laughing at me.
That's too funny.
He's like, you got to realize anybody who puts a tank of gas and a running motor between their knees, does 80 miles an hour down the road, is a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, okay.
That's
Thought
funny.
I had failed my son. It's like, what did I do? Daddy doesn't like motorcycles. The fuck have I done wrong?
That's too funny. So the flip side of that is, what's the worst experience you've ever had on a motorcycle?
I was riding over the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, and I got to the Bremerton side of the bridge. The bridge hasn't quite made it to the ground, but you can see the tops of the really high shrubs kind of by next to the side of the bridge. I see a black flash out of the corner of my eye. All of a sudden, it feels like I have been hit in the chest with a sledgehammer. I managed to get the old trouble head off to the side of the road, and holy crap, I'm leaning over the gas tank. Washington State Trooper comes up behind me. God damn, I can't believe you didn't lay that down. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck was that? He goes, a crow back there. This goddamn crow flew up out of the side of the road and hit it going 70 miles an hour.
Oh shit.
I was bruised. Ear out to the middle of my chest, top of my shoulder, back in here. This whole corner of me was bruised where fucking crow. It sucked.
That's horrible. That's a bad experience for sure.
Or a swarm of locusts I had going to see my grandmother in Blythe one time on my brand new BMW.
Locust.
It looked like somebody blasted me with a machine gun of mustard packets. I pull up to my grandmother's house. She looks at me and she says, "Why, Bubba, what have you been through?" Like fucking swarm of locusts out here in the desert. Well, why didn't you stop and let them pass by? About that time, I felt stupid. But there was a same woman. One time tells my little brother at Christmas, he's 10 years old. She tells my little brother, she says, Gregory, go run in the kitchen and tell your mama how dumb you are. Wait 2-3 seconds. God damn it, Ola May! I love that old woman.
Oh my God. That's so funny. Okay. So if you could go back and tell your 25-year-old self something, what would that be?
I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't listen anyway.
Okay.
Why bother?
All right. Hey, listen, that's one approach. Sometimes, like, I'm waiting when I get a youngin on here. I'm gonna ask them if you could look forward, tell your 50-year-old self something, what would it be? But we haven't gotten any youngins. I got a couple youngins on the line here, so we'll get them in here. But yeah. Hey, and listen, at 25,
it was gonna hurt.
Yeah. And at 25, who listens? I don't think I listened to anything anybody had to say at 25.
I was lucky. By the time I was about 30, I'd managed to figure out how fucking stupid I am. It left me a little bit of time to try and fix it.
There you go. You've done good. I'm impressed.
For 10th grade dropout.
Listen, I went to the 8th grade and got expelled. I went back, got my GED. I went to college, got my degree. I went to school and then I stopped because my parents got sick. But I went back and I finished and I didn't give a shit because they told me, you can't do that. Isn't in my vocabulary. I can do whatever I want. Might turn out good, might turn out shitty, but I can do anything. So that's the theory.
Watch me do something, tell me I can't or shouldn't.
Right, exactly. So then the last question, which is, if money didn't matter and you could take a trip anywhere you wanted, riding your motorcycle, where would that be and with who?
I would want to go all the way down through Texas, through Louisiana, see my people there, see Barry, see you, go up the East Coast, go to Gratz, go see Gratz, go see Bob, go to Milwaukee, bust Tony Pan's balls for a couple of days just because, and do time just sturging through the back door.
Nice. That's a good one. I like that. And just collect everybody as you go and bring them along with you.
Yep. Come on.
That's so
this
awesome.
Vicky's already on her way to that run here. I think she left today.
Yeah, she's going on the Cannonball.
Yeah, she left for Cannonball. I think this morning she pulled out that big old burgundy Ultra she rides.
Yeah,
Tony flipped out.
Petite little thing too. He's I'm telling you what, I'm just, I love those two. They are phenomenal people. Just incredible. They're just part of my heart, like you are, like so many. I'm so lucky. You know what? I guess that's a really good thing that I can't ever say that I don't have a blessed life. That's for sure. I can't thank you enough for being here, and Miss Sandy for making it all happen with the internet.
Yep. Thank you, Brandy.
Yeah.
And
Brandy.
Run into Billy Lane. That's the only dude I got on my hit list. I ain't got to hang out with Billy Lane.
Okay.
Coming
well, I'll be at the smokeout. I'll be at the smokeout with his brother Warren. So
I'll gonna need it.
I'll send a message. Oh, Christ. I so love you. You are so wonderful.
Thank you.
You're so bad. All right, baby. I'll see you later. Much love.
I love you, hon.
Thank you.
No.
Well, how about that? That was Hippie Brad. He is awesome. It's an incredible thing to have wonderful people in my life. So tonight, I'm going to say my 5 good things all encompass one thing. So, back when we were on the Rough Boys movie, I took a turn a little too fast on a low and lean heavy Chevy motorcycle, and I had a whoop-de-doo. And I road rashed her. She had road rash. We put a Band-Aid over it, and I've been riding it that way for quite some time. So recently, she got tattooed over her road rash so that we can go to the show. But what I realized in doing that, and it was just like an epiphany right now, my 5 good things are all in one good thing. I'm so lucky because my heart, God blessed me with a heart big enough to have so many wonderful, incredible people in it that how can you just not love life? I love my life. It's fantastic. My husband is wonderful. My kids are incredible. My grandson's wonderful. All my friends, my Moto family, all the people I've met along the way, even the ones that aren't around anymore, whether you're not in my space or you're just not here in the world, you made me who I am today. So I'm grateful for that. Afterthought. Okay, we're going to get to it and then we're going to close it up because I got to leave tomorrow for the smoke out and I got to go back to doing stuff. The afterthought. The afterthought is tired is as tired does. Okay, so everybody understands this. You get tired. Things will make you tired. You drag ass day after day after day after day after day, doing stuff that it seems like it's never ending. Well, the best part about that is every day you get to go do stuff. It's up to you what it is that you do, whether you're in the office working, whether you're at home doing laundry or stay at home mom or a retired person or you work 4 jobs, whatever it is. Tired is as tired does. But what we forget when we're tired is to make sure that we still take great pride in what we do. And that's important. Make sure that you're courteous and conscientious. Make sure that you absolutely have some accountability in the world as well. Hold the door for someone, bump into their car, leave a note like when you're old fashioned. Don't be a hit and runner and run off. That seems to be happening too much these days. But tired is as tired does, and it's okay. Just got to make sure that you keep up with yourself. So make sure you rest, make sure you eat good, make sure you have fun and smile. So I'm going to put it to a close. Don's not here. I got to push the last button there. He's pretty good at it. So thanks to our sponsor, Techno Research. Thanks to Baker Drivetrain. Again, I had so much fun in Sturgis. Thanks to everybody who is just in my world, all of you that watch. We got some good stuff coming up. We're going to do our contest. So ladies, write in Athena at athenaafterdark.com. Ooh, that's the new one. You can use the at AOL I've previously given or Athena at athenaafterdark.com and send in your photos, your 5 good things, your events, local charities, anything you want to put on here. We get back next week. I might be on the road doing the show. Not sure who the guest is, but we do have some great guests all the way through December. I just have to get back from Smoke Out and put it all together. We have Charlie Musselwhite. We have Michael Beland. We have so many people, just incredible people. So I'm excited. I will see you guys later. Remember, spread your sunshine. Be kind to yourself and others. It matters. And you have a great, great, great chopper night, chopper day, chopper week. Love you all. Come see me at the Smoke Out. All right.